Hello YouTube, today I'm trying to have this video explained in 2 languages so more people from around the world can see and more viewers can participate in the comment sections, because I believe this scooter is also well known not only in my country but also around the world as well. Jadi hari ini saya akan coba bawakan video ini dalam 2 bahasa. Karena saya percaya skuter Zero 9 ini cukup terkenal nggak hanya di Indonesia, di sini, tapi juga di negara lain ya. In today's video, I'm going to unbox this electric scooter Zero 9. I just bought it yesterday after I sold my awesome Zero 8. As you can see in my previous videos, I bought the Zero 8 and has spent some time riding it around. I found Zero 8 to be very firm and has a good build quality. The components look to be very strong and built with a good precision. You can find the locking and folding mechanism is very simple, strong, and gives you good rigidity, which you really need when riding it at a high speed. We are talking about speed of around 35 to 40 km per hour. Jadi hari ini videonya mengenai unboxing electric scooter Zero 9. Saya baru beli ini kemarin setelah saya jual Zero 8 saya ke seorang teman. Zero 8 sebenarnya sangat oke, sangat baik ya kualitasnya, komponennya sangat kuat, terlihat sangat kuat dan dibuat dengan presisi yang sangat baik. Sistem penguncian dan pelipatannya itu sangat sederhana dan sangat cepat, juga nggak goyang-goyang ya. Jadi ketika kita jalan di jalan raya sangat stabil dan berguna ketika kita jalan dengan kecepatan yang cukup tinggi, yaitu di sekitar 35 sampai 40-an km per jam. The Zero 8 has different level of regenerative braking that you can set from the setting menu. I will put in the description below a YouTube channel that explaining how to do so. Jadi Zero 8 itu punya beberapa tingkat pengereman regeneratif ya, regenerative braking. Kita bisa set di menunya. Di deskripsi nanti saya akan taruh satu YouTube channel yang menjelaskan bagaimana cara melakukan setting tersebut. I have several reasons why I have the feeling to switch from Zero 8 to Zero 9. Zero 8 is actually a great scooter. You can do so much with this scooter. It is lightweight, nimble, rigid, feels nice to ride at slow or high speed. You can take it to the public transportation without any problem. The weight is only 17 kilograms or 20 kilograms with additional seat. You don't need to carry it around and lift it with your hand. What I do is I held the front tire while the rear tire touched the ground. This way I'm freeing myself from having to carry the scooter around. Jadi ada beberapa alasan kenapa saya merasa perlu untuk mengganti dari Zero 8 ke Zero 9. Zero 8 sebenarnya adalah skuter yang baik ya, sangat menarik dan berguna. Kita bisa melakukan banyak hal dengan skuter ini, ringan, kaku ya. Rasanya tuh oke kalau kita jalan di kecepatan rendah maupun tinggi. Kita bisa bawa skuter Zero 8 tadi ke transportasi publik tanpa ada masalah. Beratnya hanya 17 kg, 20 kg dengan tambahan kursi. Kita juga nggak perlu angkat itu kemana-mana karena kita bisa angkat di roda depan dan roda belakang menyentuh tanah ya. Dengan cara ini saya nggak perlu ngangkat-ngangkat skuternya kemana-mana ya. However, for a person like me who often taking long trip and be on a heavy traffic or a big road, it takes more speed to get along with motorcycles and cars. 35 to 40 km per hour is just not enough. You need to be at least slightly above 40 km per hour. The fact that 08 has only rear brakes also an important thing to consider when riding it at high speed and doing a sudden braking. The center of gravity will move forward as we decelerate, making the traction of the rear tire became less, and it got me scared so much when the rear tire got locked and the scooter skidded and swayed from side to side. And imagine that doing it from 40 km per hour in a busy street. This happened a few times and I thought I need to let go the 08 and switch to 09. I don't want to end up in a hospital from traffic accident. Jadi untuk orang seperti saya yang sering melakukan jarak jauh ya, melakukan perjalanan jarak jauh dengan skuter ini dan sering berada di jalanan yang cukup ramai, dibutuhkan kecepatan lebih tinggi dari yang 08 bisa berikan ya. Paling nggak kita perlu jalan di atas 40 km per jam dan 08 juga hanya punya rem di bagian belakang. Jadi ketika kita melakukan pengereman mendadak, titik beratnya akan pindah ke depan dan membuat traksi roda belakang itu berkurang ya. Sehingga beberapa kali terjadi roda belakang mengunci dan skuternya tuh goyang-goyang hampir jatuh. Jadi saya rasa ini cukup berbahaya ya. For you guys who happen to ride not as fast as I do and riding on less busy street and more scooter friendly, I recommend to have 08 instead of the 09. Due to the lower price of course. But for me, the way I ride and considering where I live, 09 suits me better. Kalau buat yang teman-teman jalan yang nggak terlalu kencang dan di jalan yang lebih sepi, tidak terlalu banyak kendaraan, juga pavementnya bagus, 08 lebih cocok sebenarnya. Harganya juga lebih murah. Tapi kalau untuk orang seperti saya, 09 lebih cocok. Why this scooter suits me better? First, the motor is 600 watts. This is the nominal power. I think the peak power could be around 1000 watts or something. This gets me riding faster, making it safer to cruise the street along motorcycles and cars. The spec says that the top speed is around 45 km per hour. Jadi skuter ini saya rasa lebih cocok buat saya karena motornya lebih besar ya, 600 watt dibandingkan 08 yang hanya 500 watt. Ini hanya nominal power, artinya mungkin peak powernya bisa lebih dari itu. Kemungkinan sekitar 1000 watt atau lebih sedikit. Dengan kecepatan itu, dengan tenaga sebesar itu saya bisa berjalan lebih cepat sehingga rasanya lebih aman ya kalau di jalan raya. Berjalan bersama-sama motor dan mobil. The second one is it has front brake and rear brake. This will prevent me from having the rear tire locked and skidded during a hard braking. Yang kedua alasannya adalah karena ada rem depan dan belakang sehingga kemungkinan terkunci rodanya ketika rem mendadak itu hampir nggak ada ya. Okay, without further ado, let's unbox this scooter. So just like 08, it comes with this user manual. So it's small and simple one. Ini ada buku manualnya. User manualnya covering the 08 until 010X. So it's pretty general, I think. Okay. It comes also with a charger, of course. Oh, it's 54 volt. So the nominal voltage of the motor of the system is around 48. Chargernya 54 volt. Berarti sistemnya 48 volt ya. They have also this hexagonal key, VGL. The styrofoam to protect the scooter when transporting. More foam here. Okay, here we go. Let me put this aside. Oke, jadi ini skuternya ada bubble wrapper here that you need to cut. Okay, very nice. Locking mekanismenya, handlebarnya mirip seperti 08. Kunci. Oh, ini perlu we need to tighten the bolt here using the hexagonal screw driver. Is it the one? Oh, okay, good. We just tighten it up a little bit. Just to make it not moving around. And then, oh, it has a very nice and long LED lamp here. This is the unfolding mechanism. How to do it? Oh, you just press it down, and it doesn't have parking mode like 08. Wait, it doesn't want to go inside. What's wrong with this? Oh, is it doesn't want to go. I cannot get the scooter to unfold completely. Okay, I found a problem that preventing me from unfolding the scooter completely. So you need to take out this rubber thingy from this point, and now the scooter can be unfolded perfectly. Okay, this is the charging port. It comes with the side stand. It looks bigger than my 08, but the weight is almost the same. Yeah, I think it's about the same. I will later measure it in the weight scale, on the weight scale. Okay, the controller is, I think it is the same. It has only 47 volt, so I need to charge it up until 54. Why doesn't it running? Is there any safety switch? The brake looks okay. Front brake, rear brake. It's not very firm. You can still see some backlash here. Or should we keep the rubber on the scooter? Okay, now I know why the scooter won't start. So we have to get into the menu by pressing the mode and power button at the same time. It will become a menu setting display. It will show the menu. This is P1. Oops, I have to press it again. After some time it will go back to the regular display. Okay, we can change it here. P1. We leave it as it is right now. We go to the P9. This is the one that you can turn off or turn on the scooter by pressing the menu. This one. If you set it into 1, you cannot make the scooter running. You have to set it into 0. So I think that will be all. Stay safe when riding the scooter on the street, guys, and pay attention to the law. Always wear safety gear, helmet, goggles, gloves, proper shoes, and everything. And I wish you to be safe and healthy during this pandemic. Please leave comments or questions if you have some. Jadi mungkin sampai di sini dulu. Hati-hati saat mengendarai skuter, tetap memperhatikan keselamatan, memperhatikan peraturan yang berlaku. Jangan lupa memakai alat-alat keselamatan seperti helm, goggles, kacamata ya, sarung tangan, sepatu yang sesuai, dan juga semoga kita semua tetap aman dan sehat selama pandemi ini. Jika ada yang ingin menanyakan sesuatu atau mengirimkan komentar, silakan ditaruh di kolom komentar. So that's it. Thanks for watching and have a great life.